Hey, okay, so I'm kind of exhausted. I've been moving things around and trying to get. So, this is new, obviously, and I'm trying to get things. I've been moving this thing around and everything because, like, the door is right here. So, that's the main thing that I'm working with because I don't really want it in the shot. and, but so hopefully this is more satisfactory. And the only thing is the glare with her. But I'll see what I can do. I'll probably move her around a little bit. But so yeah. And but I want to talk about a piece of information that was dropped. It would seem crazy that I don't talk about it, but I didn't want it to get too far away from me. And so here we go. My Chemical Romance is back. Oh, the boys are back in town. It's just wonderful. Well, and see, here's the thing: is I think the last time was 2017. It seemed like every time the guys got together, like say for lunch or jam session or something, because Frank and Ray would hang out and do that kind of thing. Article writers would go nuts and say, well, does this mean, and then get the fans flared up, which is not fair. It's not fair to them, and it's not fair to the fans, because you just give false hope. And no, you don't do that to people. You don't do that to the guys, and you don't do that to us, because it's cruel, just downright cruel. But yeah, article writers were doing that, and to the point where they said, it's not happening. It's really not happening. And it, bless your heart, you want them to come back. And it was like every time the guys would post something, like Gerard is posting updates about Doom Patrol or anything else, and you guys would say, well, what's going on with My Chemical Romance? And it's great that you love the band, but those of us that are veteran emos, or myself, vintage emo, I guess you would call it, would patent it. That's mine. um, that's what it feels like. But we were telling you guys, let it go. They're happy where they're at and everything, and we weren't trying to be mean or anything, but so anyway, when I saw this news, I was like, great, here, like that meme, ah, shit, here we go again. But then when I saw the follow-ups from the official My Chemical Romance, I'm like, oh. This is real. This is legit. Oh my goodness. Because you can never know. I mean, these days, you never know if someone hacked or something. So when I saw the second post, I'm like, oh, Christmas came early. It was wonderful. And, I've been seeing people's posts and everything. I honestly don't think that the band realized just how big their fan base has grown since. And it's wonderful. And the reason that I say that is because they posted about the LA show, and then they said that the tickets were going to be going on sale. I think it was like within 3 hours they were sold out, or less than 3 hours. And I'm broke as can be, so there's no way I could go. It would have been great to see, but I had other friends that were trying to get it, and they're like, I didn't get it. And there are people who are demanding that or requesting, I shouldn't say demand, that they are requesting that more tickets be, if there's going to be, or if they can get more tickets or anything, because there are people who really, really want to see them. they put on a hell of a show, man. They really do. And even with me seeing them on Warped Tour and being as far away as I was, it was great. And I would love to see them again. I really would, even after all these years, you know? And I know they're old fogies, they're old family men and everything. They're the same age as me, so I really shouldn't say that. And, but so and I have to laugh because some of the things that you guys have been posting is just as adorable as can be. Because there was one person that I saw, and you posted to Frank, and you said, "Do you know that My Chemical Romance is back?" Yes, he was there for the meetings. But it shows how excited you get. It really does, because you get so excited, and now you say it, and then you're like, ah. I didn't mean to say that. but I'm wondering how Frank is gonna do, because he's I think he's doing like 3 bands now. Because he's been touring a lot just this year, and he's always touring, it seems like. And but yeah, I think he has to pull. He's regular magician, Houdini, and oh, that's right. It's all coming back now. Gerard Gerard loved Houdini. Yeah, because uh, that was in the monologue for I'm Not Okay. But he also used it. Yeah, there was that whole thing. I think it was like a single, and because Harry Houdini did this trick where he was dangling upside down, and he was in a life or a straight jacket. He was tied up in a straight jacket and everything. And there was a single, and of course it was a silhouette, and they were trying to say, there was like this whole thing of Gerard, because Gerard and his wife like to reenact things, for photo shoots and stuff, and they were trying to say that it was Gerard that was dangling upside down and everything. Well, with his anxiety and everything, I think he has anxiety. There were a lot of people who were saying there's no way that he could do that because of dangling upside down. There's no way. And other people were saying, no, he did it. For this whole thing, for the dedication and everything to the single and for the fans and everything, he did it. And I don't think it was ever resolved whether it was him or not. But I remember there was the silhouette, and I think it was for a single. I don't think it was for an album or anything, but you can correct me, of course. And because it's been long enough that I don't remember. And it was one that I wasn't excited about, but I remember the artwork for it, and it was a Harry Houdini thing. Yeah, he liked Harry Houdini. Oh man. I also remember, oh gosh, yes. So here's the thing. I remember being in this like chat room or something with a bunch of Star Wars fans, and we were all hardcore My Chemical Romance fans. And we were in there, and we were like, well, how old is Gerard exactly? And so we looked it up, and of course he was born in 1977. And we're like, well, no wonder he's a big Star Wars fan. He's as old as the movie. He likes the movie because he's as old as, born the same year. There's that special connection. Oh my gosh, yeah. I also remember where there were a lot of people who expected like this special movie because of the I'm Not Okay music video. And there were a lot of us that were like, no, it's just a music video. There's no special significance or anything there. Why My Chemical Romance? Why? It's like an overdue book you owe us. Since 2004 you owe us. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's hilarious. I can't believe I remember a lot of that stuff. But anyway, yeah. Oh gosh. That's and the funny thing is what would that movie even be? Oh gosh. Yeah, my life is so weird because of my like, oh, I have to share this. So like I for some reason I think it was like 2005 or 2006, and all of a sudden my dad, he decided that we needed to bond. I don't know. I mean, we had been we hadn't really talked to each other since like 2003. And I I don't know. And so he's like, "So what kind of music are you listening to now?" Yeah, because we had gone out to lunch, and he took me out to lunch, and he's like, "So what kind of music are you listening to now?" And I said, "Green Day." And he goes, "What does that even mean?" And I go, "It's a I go, "It's a drug reference." And he just stared at me. And he goes, "Are you listening to any other bands?" And I go, "My Chemical Romance." And he go, and he paused and he goes, "That sounds like they're mad scientists." And I go, "Yeah, Dad, they are." What's funny is that my brother was listening to them at the time. My brother was the one that actually, and I don't know if I've ever said this, but my brother was the one that actually um, introduced me to the band, because at the time, of course, my MySpace would, on their official pages, would have them upload the music. This was before YouTube ever existed. And so he saw The Ghost of You, and then he came home and he's like, "You have to see this video," and he showed it to me and everything because he had seen it at school, and which I don't know why he watched it at school. So yeah, and I was like, "Oh, they're kind of cool." And then I bought the album and listened to the rest of their music because um that's how I am. But yeah, after that, Dad didn't really want to talk about my music anymore. And but yeah, and then there was someone who tagged Frank and said that they showed that they had a tattoo already of that candle, and Frank was like, "That was quick." Yeah, it's funny how quickly people will get tattoos and stuff of that kind of thing. I'm too scared to get a tattoo. I have a fear of needle. I'll tell you the story sometime. I don't think I've ever told the story. Yeah. Well, I could tell you right now. Yeah, I think that's when I was 3. Yeah, I was 3 years old and I was going in for my eye surgery. And now I'd gone in to get blood drawn, and I watched the gal put the needle in my arm and everything. So I had no problem with that. But then the next day, this lady came in, told my parents to distract me, and she shot me in the rear. I mean, I was screaming. I pulled a Steven Tyler. I was just and everything. My parents were so mad when they found out why they had to distract me and everything. I mean, I was a terrified 3-year-old. Now, I can do the blood tests every year and everything, but I don't watch. But one of my friends, she, well, I have quite a few friends actually, so, but they, they love getting tattoos and everything, and I'm like, usually I tell my mom that I'm gonna get a tattoo just to upset her because she really does not like tattoos. And, but I think she knows that I'll never get one. But I remember telling her one time, I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get the Avenged Sevenfold Death Bat, and it's just gonna be all across here, and it's gonna have blood dripping all down and everything." I had like this really cool idea and everything. And it was like her eye was twitching. But The idea of a needle going in my flesh I just can't do it. And for an elaborate idea like that, so if you want to do that, go for it. Because it was a really cool idea, but I could never do it. But yeah. So yeah, that's why I'm afraid of needles and will never get a tattoo. But anyway, so yeah. I was terrified at 3. Anyway, so I'm super excited. And actually I made my Bunhead account public again, the emo Bunhead. And I'm like, I don't know. This is just exciting. And yeah, because it was just one of those things that we were just getting comfortable with the idea that they were not going to come back. And then they're like, surprise! Oh, don't give us that heart attack. No, give it. Oh, but I'm excited to see what happens. I really am. I really, really am. So, anyway, yeah, with all the work I was doing, I all of a sudden was like, wait, I gotta do that video. I can't let it get too far away from me. So yeah, My Chemical Romance is back. And I can't wait to see how things are going. I gotta start following Ray, and I think Mikey's on. I know that Gerard isn't. Of course, he might come back on Twitter. I know he left, and somebody was supposed to be keeping up his Twitter, but they didn't. So, but who knows? I follow him on Instagram. I do know that. And so anyway, I gotta look up all that stuff, and I do follow Frank. I like seeing his stuff and everything. So I gotta follow the other guys, and I'm curious to see who they decide for their drummer. And I'm a Bob Breyer fan. I remember Bob Breyer. But anyway, I think like everyone has their favorite Spider-Man, I think everyone has their favorite drummer for My Chemical Romance. So, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close this up before it gets too long. As you can see, I could let this go on forever. So anyway, guys, yeah, the boys are back.